Hi and welcome. My name is Michelle Stocking, and this is my final marketing plan presentation for the BME program and higher education. So let's go ahead and get started. So what exactly is the BME program? The BME program is a small but strong business management program at the College of Southern Idaho. This program allows students who are interested in going into the business field to learn more about the business world. This BME program has a lot of great aspects. One, for example, being that you can get this entire degree online. This is a really big game changer for a lot of students who are unable to go to campus 3 times a week at the same time every day. It's just not practical for a lot of people. So this program offers great flexibility and works with students. Being able to gain the entire degree online can appeal to an entirely new audience. It now opens up education to those who have always wanted to go to school but could not seem to find the time to go to the campus. The online classes provide one-on-one discussions with the instructors, as well as like recorded videos and lectures. The online program also includes online tutors and extra resources in case students are struggling. This program gives students every opportunity to succeed and have a greater understanding of the life of in the business management team. It continues to go into depth about the vicious and competitive side of retailing and managing. This program is even effective for those who already own businesses now and just need a little extra clarification or refreshers on what they could change or improve. This program is built specifically to develop students and send them on their way to either run successful businesses of their own or to just have a better understanding of what it takes to operate a business to see if it's something that they would like to pursue. There is a magnitude of benefits that come with entering this program, such as earning your own Associates of Applied Science or even an intermediate technical certificate after just 1 year. At the very least, students will be leaving this program with the basic management skills that will be needed in the retail industry. Moving on from the profile, we are going on to the market size and the market trends. The market size is not necessarily large for the BME program. This program takes place at College of Southern Idaho, which is a community college, so its target market will be primarily local people. Over the years, it is starting to show that more students are turning to community colleges because they are closer as well as significantly less expensive than four-year universities. As far as market trends are concerned, it is one thing that is continuously changing in the world of our education, specifically in higher education. We are in a constant state of growth and development recently. Our higher education is being innovated and reworked every day. Innovations are the driving force of the higher education system at the moment. Not only this, but the people only want to invest in higher education because of potential wage premiums. This meaning if they would want to be able to make more with their education rather than without. There is also a concern that students who are being taught at universities are not actually being given the skills required for the jobs available. This is just a brief overview of the market size and the market trends. Now we will move on to the pestle analysis. Moving on to pestle analysis. It's actually an acronym. It sounds a lot more scary than it actually is. So what it stands for is political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental. Breaking this down for the higher education, politics have a great impact on higher education. There are quite a few public schools and private schools that are in close competition with one another. Not only this, but there is also a vast amount of government policies that influence our education system. Moving on to economical factors, uh, they have contributed an impact on higher education as well. One being government funding. There have been corrupt officials that have ended up being the driving force of the fall of countless number of institutions. From a social standpoint, the demographics have changed and transformed overall. Not only that for the social part of the pestle analysis, but there's a vast amount of social networking that impacts our higher education. Social media is a great new tool for students, and they are able to share quite a bit over social media. This is not only a technological side of things, but with social as well. Bringing that into the technological side of pestle analysis, technologies are consistently changing. Students are easily able to enroll into colleges with the technologies provided at the moment. We are in a constant stage of reworking technologies, so there are opening up a whole new branch of benefits that are given to students, and one of those being for the BME program, the online program, being able to get that entire degree online. For some, there are a lot of legal and environmental factors as well. As far as higher education is concerned, there isn't too many. This is just kind of a brief overview of pestle analysis for higher education. Moving on to the company overview, we're going to start with the company profile. As stated before, this program allows for multiple different certificates to be earned if one does not want to necessarily pursue a business management degree. They can even just pursue a few different classes from the course, such as bookkeeping, small business management, retailing, merchandising, etc. One of the largest advantages of this program is that you can get the entire degree online. This can be extremely advantageous to those who have children, full-time jobs, just busier schedules overall. Having said this, this program is a very hands-on and interactive kind of program. It involves projects as well as being very community-based, so you still get that sense of community even though it's an online course. Getting this interactive experience through this online program, you're able to work innovatively and freely, but are also able to do this entire course online, which is now opening up a whole new branch of students who are possibly couldn't go to classes beforehand can now. Now moving on to the description of goods and services and the brand image and perception. I said it once and I will say it again. Full degree online, full degree online, full degree online. This is such a great selling point for the BME program. It is so beneficial and, as stated before, will open up a whole new audience for those who are able to go to classes now because they will not have to go to the campus but are able to have that flexibility of this program. Taking classes online actually takes quite a bit of self-discipline and responsibility, which is another skill that this BME program is teaching you without really realizing it. The online course, you are literally taking your education into your own hands by having the self-discipline to pursue and sit down and actually work on the assignments and the activities and watching all the lectures. As far as brand image and perception is concerned, the perception of online learning actually has completely shifted from what it used to be. Online education was not usually looked at as education at all, really. People are realizing now just how beneficial online programs actually are, especially for those who have busy schedules or children who would really like to gain an education. Even students are beginning to gain more respect for online learning because they are offering lectures and videos, online tutors, and more helpful tools for students to succeed. The BME's program flexibility is going to help those students who have busier lives, students who don't necessarily do well with other classmates or even other students who prefer to learn on their own time. This program is really going to benefit them. I am now going to briefly talk about the competition analysis, the direct competitors and the indirect competitors. The direct competitors are other community colleges such as the College of Eastern Idaho, Western Idaho, and Northern Idaho. And then our indirect competitor as far as places like U of I, Boise State, etc. Moving on, because this video is getting a smidge too long. Moving on, we can quickly talk about the market share breakdown. Changes in a company's market share can leave a pretty large impact on a company's performance. In this case, it will be the program's performance. Knowing the BME's program's market share could potentially show changes that need to be made, and then they are able to act accordingly for improvement. It may even be beneficial for the program to be aware of their competitors' market shares so they can see what is and isn't working. The SWOT analysis is also another acronym that is used in the business world, which stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. In efforts to make this video not be so long, we're just going to briefly go over demographics, psychographics, and geographics of the customer overview. Demographics are going to be those of the ethnicity, gender, age, race, etc. The traditional students and the non-traditional students. Non-traditional are people including 25 or older students who are not straight coming out of high school. These are demographics that the BME program will have to look at. As far as psychographics are concerned, it is built around more of a personal and individual level. It is possible for the BME program to know their psychographics by interviewing students or doing short little surveys, being able to really get some answers to go off of. Geographics is divided up based on location. This matters for those students who want to stay close to home when studying to get their degree. Being a local student can potentially be a target market for colleges and universities based on their location and their proximity. As we continue to the buyer personas, a typical higher education persona would be a high school teenager, age anywhere from 15 to 19, those who are starting early during high school. Then we have the age of 25 to 40, those who have kids who are kind of growing up and they are able to have a little bit more free time on their hands and go back to school. For the BME program, this also includes those who are wanting to enter the business field or who have already entered the business field and want to learn a bit more. The actual marketing plan has a bit more information, but because I want to keep this short and sweet, we will move on. Moving on to the activities to reach our objectives. And yet again, we have another acronym, which is the SMART goals. SMART standing for specific, measurable, acceptable, realistic, and time-bound. A few examples will be like we will show an increase of 10% in students by fall of next year, is for an example, or sales will increase by 10% if we sell textbooks at a lower rate by the end of next quarter, giving you a specific, measurable, acceptable, realistic, time-bound goal. Logistics are going to be your promotional activities. For my marketing plan, we did brochures, bench advertisements, and then radio advertisements, all including the cost and quantity that would be purchased. That is the end of the summary of the marketing plan. I apologize that this video got a bit long. These are my references, all of the different websites that were able to help me out put together this wonderful marketing plan. Thank you and have a great day.